Hello, everybody, and welcome to the drive-thru. I'm your host, Tony T, as we broadcast live here on Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Plays YouTube channel and throughout social media. We'll get you out here well before the top of the hour because we want to give you enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games, and that's what we do here Monday through Friday on the drive-thru is give you live free sports picks for the primetime action Monday through Friday. And to help us out, our professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs Sports Chat Place. Let's take a look at who'll be on the show for tonight. We got Brian Bitler. They should join us. Rod Zawacky, Jeff Jeter. In the center square, Joe Duffy, Jovan Burts. Goran has got some action for us, European soccer. Of course, Chris Ruffolo. And from Las Vegas, Nevada, Joe D'Amico. How's it going, Joe?
Everything is wonderful, bright and sunny here in Vegas. I'm waiting for my buddy Brian Bitler to jump on a plane, come visit me. I've got pina coladas already made. I've got enough suntan lotion, will be fun. And I've got bail money because I know when me and you hang out, it's trouble.
Well, I heard you got to take away his phone. Though. Just take away his phone, you'll be all right. Right, Brian?
Yeah, as long as Joe has two midgets for me, I'm ready to go. I'm party time.
He's ready to party. All right. Let's get on here with the show. Chris, how you feeling? Feeling refreshed from your much-needed day off?
Yeah, some of that had to be done, but you know what? We all need a day off here and there, but I'm glad to be back, ready to round out the week and put cash in people's pockets going into the weekend.
That's right. All right, let's get started here on the drive-thru. Let's go out then. Welcome Joe Duffy. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs. Premium Joe, how you doing on this Friday?
I'm doing well. I'm glad you cut away after Joey D said he had some suntan lotion for Brian Bitler. I was like, yeah, let's change the topic. But no, I'm doing quite well. I got my second shot yesterday. I want my third shot to be administered by a bartender. I'm done taking the shots in the arm. I'm going to take them in the mouth now.
All right, I hear you there. All right, let's take a look at this one. Battle of Ohio. I know you were up there recently in that state. The Reds to host the Indians. Reds laying $1.18. Total sits at 9.
I couldn't get my wife and my daughter to go to a Reds game. They're still a little afraid. But, yeah, this is a game that has a system that crosses sports. And I love the systems where the basic theory crosses across sports. Cleveland just 3-4 on the road while the Reds are 5-1 at home. Yet this is pretty much a pick. So you might look at those splits and say, holy crap, how can you not bet the Reds, right? But no, use the odds maker's knowledge against them. We have an anti-splits angle that says go with the road team that has a much worse away winning percentage than the home team has a home winning percentage. It's at plus 155.64 units and a 15.3 ROI. And if teams are small underdogs despite a big net run disadvantage, listen again, what the odds makers are telling you, there's going to be some regression here. The system that applies here is 91.26 units on the plus side, 11.8 ROI. Look, Logan Allen, he's a young pitcher. I don't necessarily like to bet on pitchers to be streaky unless they're young. So this is a guy, doesn't have a ton of experience, but he's pitching pretty well. 2.7 ERA, 1.2 whip. So guys like him are the ones that I really like to ride while they have a hot hand, and those numbers are better than Jeff Hoffman's numbers, so I do think that we have a pitching advantage here. Plus, again, the odds makers are telling us that we're going to regress. And, of course, as it turns out, even though Cincinnati has those great splits, they're off of a bad road trip. So Cleveland's actually the hotter team here. So Cleveland plus the small number, W marks the center square.
All right, Joe Duffy here on the underdog Indians, plus 108, and a really good bullpen there with Cleveland against the Cincinnati Reds. All right, Chris, what say you in this Battle of Ohio?
Yeah, well, that hasn't been much of a battle. I mean, you look at the Indians have won 7 in the last 8, 21 in the last 28 against the Reds. Granted, the Reds have probably been a better team now than they ever were in that stretch, but I like the Indians here as well. I'm not trying to rely on Jeff Hoffman and Tony, like you said. The Indians just have the better bullpen if we're getting that deep in the game, so I like the Indians as well in a low-scoring game.
All right, agreement here. Indians plus 108 against the Reds. This one will begin at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, MLB Extra Innings Package. All right, Joe, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs. Big weekend of action here. NBA and Major League Baseball got that huge card tonight. What you have going on over at the site?
Yeah, I'm all excited since you're streamlining some systems. We got 3 baseball-wise guy plays. I know that probably more interest in the NBA, but look, I got to go what's most likely to win. We do have an NBA-wise guy as well, but most of our plays are in Major League Baseball, but NBA as well. And tomorrow and the weekend's going to be a fantastic weekend.
All right, guys, get on board here over at Pick Dogs Prim with Joe Duffy. Pick up that one-day pass or go long-term with a long-term pass. Big weekend, that 3-day pass will get you every play that Joe releases over at the site. Major League Baseball, we got NBA, and that's the best value there over at Pick Dogs Premium is a long-term pass. All right, Joe, as always, great having you on the show. Have yourself a great weekend. We'll talk next week.
We sell, guys.
All right, everybody, Joe Duffy here on the drive-thru. All right, let's continue our coverage, and let's head now out to Las Vegas, Nevada, where we're welcoming Joe D'Amico to the show. Joe, you'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium, doing fantastic work this year. You see him top of the leaderboards here in the NBA. Joe, what's going on?
I am absolutely loving what's going on in the sports world. I'm very happy to be finishing out the week with my favorite crew on the Pick Dog Show here in Vegas. Sunshine. We've got a lot of winners for everybody this week. And this weekend there's some matchups I'll talk about a little bit later at the end when I tell you what I got going on. But I'm excited about tonight's free play, Tony.
Absolutely. We're going to take a look here at the Pistons as they host the Oklahoma City Thunder here. Pistons, I know in the overnight it was a bigger number. They're down to 3. They're resting some players here against the Thunder, who's pretty much patchwork. Pistons laying 3, total 217.
Well, guys, I'll ask everybody a question. What will compel me to take a team like Detroit, which owns the poorest record in the Eastern Conference? Answer, when they face a team like Oklahoma City. The Thunder, guys, it's ugly. They've lost 10 of the last 11 straight up. They've only covered once since March, and if you're keeping score, folks, that's a 1-7 against the spread run. Right now, they're losing by bigger margins, guys, than I can remember all year any team over any streak losing by. The Pistons, leading scorer Grant is back. It looks like as of this show that he will be on the floor tonight. He plays. He's going to light it up here. I look for him to have a big night. If you recall, these two teams met 11 days ago. Detroit spanked OKC 132-108. This is a team, Detroit I'm talking about, that absolutely loves playing bad teams. They're 4-0 against the spread the last 4 versus teams with a straight-up losing record. It doesn't have to be pretty to be a winner. Ugly game, take Detroit. It'll get you paid.
All right, Joe D'Amico here on the Pistons here laying the 3 against the OKC Thunder. All right, Chris, what say you in this one? Pistons has been shooting the ball very well.
Yeah, they have. And they're 8-3 in their last 11 games against the number, against teams below 500. And that's exactly where we find the Thunder, who also, going a little bit stretching on to Joe's point, 2-10 in their last 12 games against the spread after losing to the Warriors by 38. I'm just surprised it wasn't actually the worst loss over that stretch, and they're still being outscored by 21 points a game or around that number in that stretch. So I got to take the Pistons here as well.
All right, Chris Lane, agreement here with the Pistons, -3 against the Oklahoma City Thunder. And this one will begin 7 p.m. Eastern Time, NBA League Pass Channel. All right, Joe, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium, where you put up some really fine work. 600 units of profit that is all documented on the site for this year. What you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Well, Tony, Chris, I'm on a 5-1 NBA run tonight. I have one very big play in the Knicks-Mavericks matchup. I love this game. I'm also proud to announce I have my first MLB double play of the campaign. I only release a handful of these a season. Get on this rare diamond gem, no pun intended, and you're going to get paid. And this weekend, as I mentioned before I gave out my free winner, this weekend I have several pitching matchups I don't just like, I love. Take advantage of one of them 3 or those 7-day all-inclusive packages. I promise you they pay for themselves in no time.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with Joe D'Amico over at Pick Dogs Premium. You see the numbers here, 600 units of profit in the NBA. He's got passes up there for tonight. Of course, the best value there is those long-term passes at 3, 7, and 30 all sports passes, as well as season passes if you go and visit the profile page for Joe D'Amico over at Pick Dogs Premium. But those all sports passes get you every play that Joe releases on the site. You set the time period we make that purchase over at Pick Dogs Premium. All right, Joe, as always, great having you show. Continue that success, and we'll talk with you next week.
Thank you, Chris, Brian, the whole crew. Good luck tonight to everybody out there. Good luck and have a winning day.
All right, have a winning day to you too as well. Joe D'Amico here on the drive-thru. All right, we'll continue with our coverage here. And a reminder, everybody, to be sure to subscribe to our channel. Free picks every single day. Of course, it all gets started with the morning show at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. You got Brian Bitler, Ron Zawacky, Mitch, and of course, Ron Romanelli this weekend. Of course, we've got those 2 YouTube shows, the early and late. Find out more information, follow the link below us. For that, and of course, the drive-thru here Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. And of course, we would like you guys to give us that thumbs up, that like. We greatly appreciate it, Chris.
Absolutely, Tony. We do. I mean, it's costs you guys nothing. Helps us out a bunch. I don't think it can be ever understated how much it really helps. Just stuff that helps gets our drive-thru and our morning show and even the individual videos out to fresh faces who maybe haven't seen the product before. But either way, we couldn't have gotten as far as we have, with the drive-thru, with everything else. without the love and support from all the Pick Dogs family. So just give us that thumbs up and that subscription. We really appreciate it.
That's right, guys. That thumbs up. We greatly appreciate that. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. It's time to welcome Ron Zawacki to the show. He's been really good to us here on the drive-thru. You can find him in the mornings every day at 10:30 a.m. Eastern time with Mitch and Company. Ron, how's it going?
Going good, Tony. Going good. It's a great evening. Great Friday.
It's great Friday because it's a steak Friday. And we were talking about meals before. You got a great one ready to go tonight. And before we get to that meal,
I do.
I know.
Great meal.
Absolutely. Wild here to host the Sharks, 8 Eastern time, NHL Center Ice package. Wild lane about $1.79, total 5.5.
You bet. We got the Wild and the Sharks. Good battle going on here. For me, we see Talbot's going to get the start here for the Wild. Sharks have owned the Wild a little bit this season. They've got more wins over them than the Wild got over them. But this is a big revenge spot. The last time these two teams played in Minnesota, San Jose. The Wild been solid at home this season. They're 15-4 at home on the season. They're also on a nice 11-0 home winning streak since that loss to the Sharks. So they've got this one circled to kick the snot of the Sharks. So we're going to take the Minnesota Wild minus the puck line here because I think it's going to be a 2-goal, 3-goal game. So they take the line in this one. The Wild, solid home team, 14-2. Their last 0-4, the last 5 games when their opponent scored 5 goals or more, which is what they love this play tonight.
All right, Ron Zawacki here, the puck line, Minnesota Wild, minus 1.5 goals, plus 140 against the Sharks. The Sharks have given up nearly 4 goals a game, Chris, and you look at their past 5 games on the puck line, nearly minus 6 units.
Yeah, it's not the same San Jose team that was on a nice little winning run a couple of weeks ago. It's the Sharks team that we've seen for the majority of the season, and I hate to break it to San Jose, but if you lose your last 2 games to Anaheim by a combined score of 8-1, you're probably going to lose to the Wild by a couple on the road here as well. So I'll take the Wild on the puck line as well.
All right, agreement. Wild puck line, minus 1.5 goals, plus 140 against the Sharks. This way you can watch 8 Eastern time NHL Center Ice package. All right, Ron, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium, where you're doing some fine work. Nearly 600 units of profit in Major League Baseball. Huge card this weekend in baseball. We got some NBA as well, hockey. What you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Tonight we've got my Steak Friday. I've got 4 top NBA plays, 1 MLB. We had 1 NBA go off already, so I do have 2 MLB plays tonight, but 1 is in with this package of 4. So if you want, you get a 3-day, 7-day, or a 30-day, and you'll get both MLB plays. Or even better, jump on my MLB whole season. As you can see, this would have paid for itself already. I've got the rest of my season in the MLB, $500 till the World Series, the final out of that was in. This would have paid for itself. It's $500. Jump on. Can't beat that deal as well.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with Ron Zawacki over at Pick Dogs Premium. You see them here, 593 units of profit in baseball. Of course, that's all document. When you go over to his profile page there at Pick Dogs Premium, you'll find all the plays. It's all transparent. Pick up that 1-day pass tonight. It's got some action for you. And then, of course, with those winnings, best thing to do is make that upgrade to that long-term pass, that 3, 7, and 38 pass. You get all his plays. And we've got that 2-for-1 capper special. We compare Ron Zawacki maybe with the Chris Ruffolo, maybe with Mitch, Big Al McMorty. That's a really good value there. All right, Ron, as always, great having your show. I want you to let everybody know about that YouTube Premium, which is a great value there, that early and late.
Yeah, that's a great value, too. You get join the morning one, you get $30, gets you 4 plays. I think the best value on the board, though, is you got to get the late YouTube Premium. Because that way you get 8 plays, and 4 of those plays are late info plays. So that way we can give you the info on who's in, who's out, who's going to start, and you get all the best info. That's the best deal right there. Get the late info YouTube Premium pick, $50. It works out to be less than 20 cents a pick. Can't go wrong with that.
Can't go wrong with that, guys. So check it out. The YouTube Premium, early and late. Rod heavily recommending. Of course, find the link to it right below. All right, Rod, have yourself a great weekend. We're going to tune in tomorrow, 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. You, Mitch, Brian, and Ron Romanelli breaking down MLB, NBA, and NHL for Saturday.
You bet. Massive weekend ahead. I'm excited. It's going to be a big weekend of winning.
Big weekend of winning. Rod Zawacky, we'll talk to you next week and listen in tomorrow for the show. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-through. It's time to hit it out and welcome Jovan Burts. You'll find him over at Pig Dogs. One of the newest cappers here on the site, doing some fine work. Was one of the winners. Did very well in the contest that was previously held. So let's go ahead and bring in Jovan right now. Jovan, how's it going? I think we need you unmuted. You got yourself on mute there. Try. Oh, we still got you muted there. Maybe if you push the, I don't know if you, I think you've got the same mic, that mute button in the front. You know what? Why don't you sign out, sign back in again? Maybe that might clear it up. So we're just going to go ahead and go to Bitler, and then we'll go back to you. All right, so let's continue on here on the drive-through, and we're going to go ahead and welcome in Brian Bitler. You'll find him again with Rod Zawacky and Mitch in the morning here. Let's see if we can wire in Brian. Brian, how's it going?
Oh, man, Chris got a haircut, man. So you know it's Friday. If he didn't have a girlfriend, I would say the ladies would be all over him tonight at the club.
Probably they would be, huh?
Studley tonight.
All right, Brian.
She's not. I have to make sure she's not around. She doesn't hear that. Get me in trouble again.
All the Cougars and Beavers will be after.
Oh, boy.
I'm saving them all for you.
All right, Brian, and we got one for you tonight here. Phillies and Cardinals, 7 Eastern time. The Phillies is going to lay about $1.37. The total sits here 8.
Yeah, this game almost looks too easy as the world is on the Phillies tonight. But Friday always seems to be more of a public day. And let's also remember both these teams are fresh off a day off. Phillies happen to be on a rainout, but a day off nonetheless. Phillies have lost 3 straight games and are desperate. The Cardinals have a guy on the mound that has not looked good for years in Carlos Martinez, and for some reason, the books have been catering to him. Phillies laying a little bit of juice here, but they're 11-2 last 13 games as a home favorite. Phillies always seem to show up at home. I like Zach Eflin on the mound tonight. Had a great first start, regressed a little bit in start 2. I think he's dominant tonight against the Cardinals. Once you get Martinez out of there and that bullpen comes in, there should be smooth sailing to a Phillies win.
All right, Brian's going to say take Philadelphia Phillies, laying $1.37 against St. Louis Cardinals. Chris, when I hear Carlos Martinez, this thing fade automatically.
It wasn't like that for me a couple of years ago. I mean, Carlos Martinez does have good stuff when he's on, but for whatever reason, ever since, had an injury a couple of years ago and then was resorted to the bullpen, and then last year in a small sample size was destroyed. I got to agree with you, Tony and Brian. I got to go with the Phillies here. Zach Eflin's not my favorite Phillies pitcher, but, Carlos Martinez is he's not what he was until we see signs of life from him. I have to go the other way.
Okay, looking here at the Phillies, laying $1.37 against the St. Louis Cardinals. All right, Brian, let's take a look over at Pig Dogs Premium. A lot of action tonight from the NBA and Major League Baseball. We do have some postponements, but it's still big enough card. A lot of action to get in. Only one day game today. So what you have going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
I'll tell you what, it's been up and down for me, but still 65% over my last 20 NBA premium picks, and I got my NBA 10-star titanium selection going off still on the website, plus a few Major League Baseball. It's going to be a huge Friday and Saturday, and I'm going to try to actually have a huge day on Sunday. Sunday has been absolutely terrible for me, but get my NBA titanium pick, $30 at pickdogs.com. If you don't want that, make sure you check out the YouTube premium subscription. $30 and up to $50 gets you basically 25 cents a pick from me, Rod, and Mitch, and a consensus pick. And on the weekends, Ron Romanelli's there. So excellent value. So make sure you check out YouTube Premium.
That's right, guys. Check out Brian Bitler over at Pick Dogs from that NBA Titanium play right now. Pick it up. Take those winnings and go long term. That 3, 7, and 30 all sports pass will get you every play that Brian releases over at Pig Dogs Premium. And of course, you can also check out that YouTube Premium early and late package. Follow the description right below. All right, Brian, as always, great having you show. Have yourself a great week. I know your vacation's coming up. Whenever it is, have a great time.
Yep, going down to Virginia, but I'm going to be tuning in and watching you guys, making sure you're behaving yourselves while I'm gone, and I'll see you again another week from now.
All right, another week for an enjoy vacation. Brian Bitler here on the drive-through. Of course, check out the morning show for his schedule because he will be doing the YouTube shows, to my knowledge, and re-offering some picks, but probably won't be on some of the early shows. But he'll give you the schedule. Check out the schedule tomorrow. They'll announce it Mitch in the morning show. All right, let's continue on here on the coverage. Let's go and head out to Jovan Burts again. Let's see if he's got that microphone issue corrected here. You'll find him over at Pig Dogs Premium. Let's go. Jovan, how's it going?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. You're coming in loud and clear. All right, here we go. That reset always seems to fix the problem. All right, we've got Nets hosting the Hornets here. Nets going to lay about 12.5, total 222.5.
Yeah, so I usually don't like going double-digit chalk, especially with a team like Brooklyn, who just doesn't seem to cover double-digit spreads. But the question I have is, and it keeps on bugging me, is where is the Hornets going to score their points? They have no guards, no Jason. No Gordon Hayward. Where's Devontae Graham, P.J. Washington? I mean, they're running on empty as far as roster spots, So, and they've been getting blown out every game. It's just been sad because they was actually surging at a point in time in this season. Then the injury bug hit them, and they're on the wayside. Now, as for Brooklyn, they're still fighting for a number one seed between them and Philly. They lost to Philly, but they did have a valiant comeback. And I just think that in this game, Kevin Durant, he's still trying to get back into the swing of things. I mean, he looked damn good. He's one of the best players in the world. He's number 2 in my book. LeBron James edges him out. But, he plays no games when he gets on the court. Yep. Now, Kyrie's a different story. He either, calls in on a personal for half the season, or so you don't know when he's going to play. But I think they're going to take this game seriously and, get the 20-point smash.
All right, Jovan Burts here. Nets laying the 12.5 against the Hornets. I thought about that too. Kevin Durant on the court, he's pretty much business. He's business. It doesn't matter if it's the Lakers. It can be the Magic. It could be a team that's winless. He still takes the game very seriously. He's a professional on the court and off the court. So I'm with you there with the Nets. Chris, what say you in this one?
Yeah, I didn't get to look at this game much today because I was actually signing a contract to play shooting guard for the Hornets. But, this wasn't my favorite game on the board, but if I'd have to pick, I'd have to lay the points with the Nets, like Jovan said. The Hornets have nobody going right now. They're suiting up the equipment manager. They grabbed 2 security guards from the foyer, even though there's barely going to be anybody in the stands. They threw them jerseys and said, "Here's, suit up. We might need you." There's nobody going on the floor. And if Kevin Durant's going tonight, especially, I can't see any way that Charlotte keeps this one close.
Yeah, hard for Charlotte to get scoring here against the Nets. Solid agreement here. Brooklyn laying the points against Charlotte. This one to begin 7:30 Eastern time. All right, Jovan, let's take a look over at Pig Dogs Premium. Huge card from the NBA. We got some rainouts in baseball, but there was only one day game, so there's over 11 games out there. What you have going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
Yeah, one of my games got rained out, so, it is what it is. It's baseball season. You're going to have to deal with it all season. But I got my Take Flight Friday going. Got a nice little 5-pack that turned into a 4-pack, but it is what it is. You could also, if you want that value, get that 3-day, that 7-day, or that monthly. That's where you're going to get your biggest value. It's going to be a return on your investment. You're going to profit within days, and that's where it's at. Get it all here on Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place.
That's right, guys. Check out Jovan Burts over at Pig Dogs Premium. That long-term pass is the way to go. 3, 7, and 30-day pass. You'll get every play that Jovan releases on the site. That's the All Sports Pass. Better yet, we got that 2-for-1 capper special. It's a savings there. Get 2 cappers. You might want to take the top guy for the year, Big Al, Chris, Brian Bitler. Match up with Jovan Burts here, and that's your best value there over at Pig Dogs Premium is going long-term. All right, Jovan, as always, great having you on the show. Have yourself a great night, great weekend. We'll talk to you on Monday.
Absolutely. Have a beautiful weekend and see y'all on Monday.
See y'all on Monday. Jovan Burts here on the drive-thru. I will continue on with that coverage. Guys, reminder, those thumbs up, those likes, we greatly appreciate them. Keep them coming in because it helps us increase our audience. We greatly appreciate it. For everyone that just joined us, just a reminder, if you missed any of the picks, we're going to do a complete recap at the end of the show. All right, let's continue on with our coverage. It's time for Chris's play, front and center here. as we're going to go over to the ice here in the NHL. Chris Ruffolo tonight. Let's see what we can get the game up here for you guys. Looking up here for the game information. Chris, where are you? Here we go. Bruins to host the Islanders, 7 Eastern Time. NHL Center Ice package has the Bruins laying $1.17, total 5.5.
Yeah, and this game was actually pretty close to being a premium for me, but I'm looking the way of the Islanders here. Yes, the Bruins won the matchup against New York last night, and on the back-to-back, yeah, okay, that's great. But you look at back-to-back in the second half, now you've got the Islanders who are been rock solid with no rest on their side. I mean, this is a Boston team that's 22-7 in their last 29 games, playing on no rest. Boston, on the other hand, just 2-7 in their last 9 on the second half of a back-to-back. You could look at the Islanders; they've also won the first 5 meetings against the Bruins earlier this season. Yeah, maybe Boston's going to get some mojo from winning last night, but tell you the truth, I'm not seeing it. This isn't the same Boston team that's been dominant at home. Yes, they've got their star players. They've got their Brad Marchand. They've got their Patrice Bergeron, David Pastrnak in the lineup. But this is an Islanders team that's rough. They're physical. They don't beat themselves. They're very well disciplined. They're well coached. And they're getting Ilya Sorokin back in the lineup. He's still 11-3-1 on the year. He's bounced back very nicely from a rough start to the year. And even with the Bruins on the other side, I just can't see any. We're getting value here with the Islanders. I got to take the Islanders on the money line all day here.
All right, Chris is looking here on the Islanders plus 106 against the Boston Bruins. Any concern here about the scoring here for the Islanders? A little lean here the past 5 games and on the road.
Well, I mean that's the style of hockey that the Islanders have always played. You're rarely going to see this Islanders team light up the scoreboard. This is an Islanders team that wants to bring you down to their level, and I can tell you more often than not, you're going to see the Islanders win games 3-2, 3-1, and they're going to rely on their defense to get there. Boston is a talented team. They're a balanced team, but at times they can also go through scoring droughts, and they have a hard time sometimes dealing with those physical teams that throw the body just as well as they do. They're used to shutting down the finesse teams that step in front of them. And New York, on the other hand, well, they're like I said, they're going to throw the body at you, and their style of hockey is winning those gritty battles in the corner, beating you down and basically pounding you into submission and winning a tough 3-2 game, 3-1, 2-1, whatever. I think this could be a 2-1 game that could actually need overtime, but in the end, I still think the Islanders win this one.
Yeah, that's what I was going to get to here. The gritty games you could get if it does go to overtime or it goes into a shootout. You like the Islanders' chances even better in that spot.
Yeah, I do. I mean, you look at, especially if we're talking about the under as well. I mean, the Bruins 9-1 to the under in their last 10. This isn't a Bruins team that's lighting up the scoreboard either. They're also, and when they're not, they're bringing teams down to their level. I just think that the Islanders have the edge and go with Sorokin over Boston's. I believe it's Swayman that's starting for the Bruins tonight, and he's only made 4 starts this season. Yes, he's 3-1. But I was watching his first start against the Flyers, and while he made 40 saves, there was a stretch in the second period where he was looking very, very shaky. And the Flyers are not the same Flyers team from last year. I think this is just a bad spot for the Bruins, and I just think Swayman's just not going to have the luck he had to start the year. I think the Islanders are the play here.
Sorokin, with Sorokin team record 11-4 plus 6 units here, so the goalie edge there, Islanders. All right, Chris, let's take a look over at Pig Dogs Premium tonight. Good card from the NBA. Major League Baseball, still 11 games despite those rainouts. What you have going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
Well, today I decided to debut something new. I was looking and I was like, man, it almost looks like the books are taking a day off today with some of the mistakes lines that are being out there. So I have my Bookie Blunder 5-pack. These are 5 plays that I think the books absolutely messed up on. We had a 7-pack, but one of the games went off at 6 Eastern. So what I did is I repurposed that for you guys for the drive-through special price, $35 over at the website. That's going to pay for itself by the end of the night. Or guys, we were talking about it earlier, the 3-day, the 7-day, 30-day passes. Guys, I feel like I'm zoning in right now, especially on this weekend. You lock in right now, that package is going to be paid off tenfold by the time that your weekend is over. Or guys, those season passes, the 2-for-1 capper deal, anything that you find over at Pick Dogs is going to give you that value, give you that money back faster than you can snap your fingers. So go check it out. Check out my page, Tony, anyone else. And we'll make you money. We'll put some cash in your pockets, and we'll have a smile on our face while doing it.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with Chris Ruffolo over at Pick Dogs Premium. Of course, that long-term pass is the way to go. 3, 7, and 38 pass. That 2-for-1 pass is a great value, a great savings there. Check them out over at Pick Dogs Premium. All right, let's continue on here on the show. And reminder, we're getting a lot of new people on the show right now tuning in. Be sure to give us that thumbs up, that like. That will help us grow our audience. And also, if you miss any of the picks, we're going to recap them at the end of the show. All right, let's continue on, and let's welcome Jeff Jeter to the show. Jeff Jeter is performing very well in the NBA this season. He's got an NBA pick for us going off tonight. Jeff, how's it going?
Doing very well, Tony. Busy weekend coming up here. Busy night tonight. Loaded card, ready to roll.
Let's roll on. Okay, we got 7:30 Eastern time. Raptors hosting the Magic. Raptors laying 2.5. Total sits here at 212.
Yeah, I think I couldn't have picked a better game, right? But the Magic will, they're going to be without Michael Carter-Williams tonight, Otto Porter Jr., Markelle Fultz, and possibly Mo Bamba. I bet I'm not seeing any news up there on that. But the Magic, they pretty much shifted in. We know that this year. But the thing of it is, they've covered 6 of the last 10 games. But keep in mind, don't look at that too deep. A lot of these opposing teams have been resting some starters. But because keep in mind, the Magic, they're pretty much bottom of the league in all aspects of shooting. Overall, they make 43.1% of their shots, and they're only scoring 104.3 points per game. The Raptors, they are resting Kyle Lowry, Siakam, as well as the movie tonight. Now, Fred VanVleet is off that suspension and is probable for this game. The thing is, you've seen here last 5 games, the Raptors are 1-4 ATS at home in the last 5 home games, that is. But they are 5-0 ATS against the Magic here in the last 5 meetings between the two teams. Now, this is going to be one of those great opportunities here for Chris Buescher to shine here and probably get 33 minutes for the Raptors or maybe more. I mean, either way you look at it, going back to Buescher, every time he's gotten at least 30 minutes, he's double-digit rebounds, all that good stuff, really lighting up. So this is a pretty good young kid that's going to be underneath tonight. So be on the lookout for that. But again, either way you look at this kind of a cruddy game, I still think Toronto's got the edge overall. Lay them 2.5 here. Don't think it'll be a problem. Lay them 2.5 on the Raptors tonight.
Yeah, I agree with you there, Jeff. Raptors, 2 of their top 4 scorers are, according to the report here, in the lineup. And when you look at the net rating over the past 10 games, a huge edge there for Toronto. When I look at the advanced stats in this one, Chris, what say you?
Yeah, to be quite honest with you, even against the Magic, I'm not sure how quick I'm going to be to back this Raptors team just from watching them, and because this is a logical spot for them to pick up a winning cover, and those are the spots where they fall flat on their face. So for me personally, I was leaning towards the under in this one, just because like Jeff said, where's the scoring going to come from? I mean, the Magic traded away basically all of its offensive pieces, and the Raptors, well, they could be without 4 of their players. I haven't seen the injury report yet, but Lowry, Anunoby, Siakam, potentially Gary Trent Jr. There's just too many question marks for me. I'd probably lean towards the under here.
All right, lean there under, but with Jeff here on Toronto laying the 2.5 against Orlando Magic. This one's 7:30 Eastern time, NBA League Pass channel. All right, Jeff, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium. Really a big night tonight, but you're doing fantastic work. Over 1,100 units of profit in the NBA documented. Lots of NBA, lots of baseball. What you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, just enough time to we get Fast Friday 5-pack in. I've got 3 NBA plays as well as 2 from Major League Baseball tonight. Or if you just want to go with the NBA 3-pack that we're for $29.99, I've got the 3 NBA plays there. Of course, make that money and hop on with me and another capper. Or hey, go get that 3-day, 7-day, 30-day like we always talk about here on the show. We're staying heated up. One thing last 3 nights we got winning nights, so looking at making a 4th tonight. Hopefully sweep the board, but definitely take a look at that 5-pack, $34.99 over there. Fast Friday, ready to roll tonight, guys.
All right, get rolling here with Jeff Jeter over at Pig Dogs Premium. That Fast Friday, a really good price. You see the numbers here, over 1,100 units of profit documented over Pig Dogs Premium. You visit Jeff's profile page at Pig Dogs. You'll be able to check every play that he's released. It's fully transparent, and get on board with that 5-play pass tonight. And of course, make that long-term pass with the winnings on Saturday. All right, Jeff, as always, great having your show. Continue that success. You'll be around for the recap.
Yeah, I'll check you guys out here in a few minutes.
All right, Jeff Jeter here on the drive-thru. All right, we'll continue with our coverage here. Reminder, those thumbs up, those likes, keep them coming in. We greatly appreciate it. Helps us build up the audience, and we will recap every play. If you missed any of the picks, they're going to be all recapped here in just a few minutes. And let's continue on with our coverage. And let's welcome Goran Kucar. You'll find him over at Pig Dogs. Bring some European soccer today. Goran, how you doing?
Hey, Tony. Hey, Chris. I'm doing well.
All right, fantastic to hear. All right, Goran, let's take a look here at this game between Barcelona, Atletico Bilbao. Here, we're going to go two-way line here, -1 Barcelona, Atletico here at +1.
Yeah, this is the Copa del Rey finals, which is Spanish Cup competition. And, you know, the interesting thing is Bilbao played the same competition finals just a few weeks ago against Real Sociedad, which was the postponed match from last season. And they lost that game 1-0. But Real Sociedad is nowhere close Barcelona's quality. You know, even though Barcelona lost against Real Madrid last week, I don't think they deserved that loss, but I guess we'll take it. And whenever we are getting Barcelona to win and the over combined for a plus money, I'm going to take that, because Bilbao hasn't won any of their last 6 games. And I know the form is not the key component in matchups like this and in the finals, because the title is on the line, but there's no way I can side with Bilbao or even give them a chance here, because they stop scoring goals. They're not producing any chances, and I just don't see them winning this game. I'm taking Barcelona and the over for +110 any day of the week.
All right, Goran here going Barcelona and over 2.5 goals here, +110 against Bilbao. All right, Chris, what say you in this Copa del Rey finals?
Goran will also tell you that Barcelona was a crossbar away from tying the game up in the last kick of the game in that Clásico. But I've got to agree here as well. I mean, the thing for Barcelona is Ronald Koeman can't afford to lose another game for Barca. You already lost to Real Madrid last week. You got knocked out of the Champions League by PSG. You're probably not winning La Liga this year. This is your last chance to really salvage a trophy, and I think that Barcelona knows that. And they're going to put. I think they're going to put the boots to Bilbao here. I think Barcelona over 2.5 at plus money is a gift. So,
all right, agreement there. Agreement there with Barcelona and Bilbao over 2.5 goals, and Barcelona win the return here +110. All right, Goran, let's take a look over at Pig Dogs Premium. Really good action over this weekend. European soccer. I know there's you also look at World Cup qualifiers, Euro Cup, a lot of things on the horizon. What you have going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
Yeah, we are slowly approaching the Euro Cup and Copa America, which is going to be a fun summer again. But as of right now, because the entire La Liga and most of Serie A is being played on Sunday, we're going to have to be picky tomorrow. But I'm confident I'll get at least 5 winners out, so don't miss your chance to get on that, and let me win you some money, guys.
That's right, then. Why not get that 3-day pass and get you covered Saturday, Sunday, and Monday from Goran over at Pig Dogs Premium. Every play that it releases on the site will be yours for that period of time. And, of course, take those winnings and make that upgrade to that long-term pass. That 30 all sports pass will get you every play from European soccer that Goran releases over at Pig Dogs Premium. So check them out there. And I know, Goran, you also do some work for Sports Chat Place.
Yeah, a lot of free picks are coming daily on Sport Chat Place. The Saturday picks are already up, and the Sunday picks are going to be a lot of them, at least 15 picks, because a lot of games are being played on Sunday and Monday as well. And we are taking a break from the Champions League next week, but we are back at it in 2 weeks.
All right, guys, check out Goran Kucar over there at Sports Chat Place. So his premium plays, his best plays, the ones he bets on, over at Pig Dogs Premium. All right, Goran, have yourself a great weekend. We'll talk with you next week.
Have a great weekend, guys.
All right, Goran Kucar here on the drive-thru. I will continue on with their coverage. And once we finish my play, we'll do the entire show recap for you, so stay tuned. All right, we'll continue on here. Let's put up the game information as I'm going to the NBA with my pick today. And we're going to look at this Rockets-Nuggets game, 8 Eastern time. NBA League Pass channel with the Nuggets laying 9, total 226.5. And I'm going to go ahead and go over with this one, over 226.5 Nuggets and Rockets. I know it's got a little bit over than the opening line, but I still like it. Houston's gone over in 6 of their past 7. Since receiving Christian Wood back in the lineup, they've really shot the ball better. You look over their past 5 games, hit nearly 47% from the floor. But again, defensively, it's been pretty bad. Nearly 50% allowed, 43% from 3. Nuggets have not defended very well on the road, allowing 47% shooting. Offensively, Denver should be able to exploit this Rockets defense. In that period of 5 games, they are shooting 47%, 37% from beyond the arc. Again, I see Houston one of those all offense, no defense teams, and I think Denver has no problem playing that. I look going over total of 226.5. What say you, Chris?
Yeah, during that 4-game losing streak that Houston's on, they're giving up 125 points a game. Even at those numbers, if they were to do it again, all you need is 100 from the Rockets. And as bad as the Rockets have been, Tony, like you said, they've been all offense, no defense. So I think we can easily get over 226.5.
All right, Grimmie here on over 226.5. Of course, in this time of the season, Chris, you see this a lot with these teams that are out of contentions. A lot of offense, a lot of stat building on the offense side, and not a whole lot of defense.
No, yeah, because, how many times do we talk about these guys having contracts to play for and incentives in their contracts that say, hey, you maintain this percentage or you average this many points or this many minutes per game, you'll get an extra $50,000 or $100,000 or whatever. And that's, like you said, that's just what it goes to. You don't have teams like the Thunder who have just said, yeah, well, we're mailing it in and we're just basically playing out the string. At least the Rockets are trying. At least the Pistons are trying. They're at least, they may not play defense, but they're at least trying to put points on the board.
Yeah, no doubt about that. All right, guys, the over here, 226.5 Pistons and the Rockets. And this one will tip off here, 8 Eastern Time, NBA League Pass channel. Guys, check out Pig Dog Swim. I got a 3-pack, some baseball and NBA combined for you. Also have the long-term passes, the 3, 7, and 30 pass over at Pig Dog Swim. So look me up there on the site. Let's continue here on the drive-through. Now it's time to go ahead and recap all the plays from today. Jeff Jeter, as he always does on Fridays, will join us in this segment. We'll get it started with Joe Duffy. He was on the Cleveland Indians plus 108 against the Reds. Joe D'Amico says take the Pistons, laying the 3 against the Thunder. Rod Zawacky, Minnesota Wild, the puck line, minus 1.5 goals, plus 140 against the Sharks. We've got Jovan Nets laying the 12.5 against the Hornets. Brian Bitler, Phillies, minus 137 against the Cardinals. Chris was on the Islanders, plus 106 against the Bruins. Jeff Jeter, Raptors, minus 2.5 against the Magic. Goran, we're going to the Copa del Rey here. Bilbao and Barcelona over 2.5 goals. Barcelona to win. The return, plus 110. Yours truly, Nuggets, Rockets, over 226.5. We'll start with Chris. Other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
I'm going to make it a Pick Dogs double today. I got to go with Rod and the Minnesota Wild on the puck line. I can't see any signs of life from the Sharks fighting up in this one.
All right, let's go over to Jeff Jeter. Jeff, other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
I'm going to go with the host of Las Vegas, Joe D'Amico's Detroit Pistons, minus 3 there against the Thunder tonight. Just like we just mentioned, I think the Pistons do play for a little bit of purpose, and looks like the Thunder pretty much shipped it in. So take Detroit minus 3 like that from Joe D'Amico.
All right, I'm going to go with Jeff Jeter here. Raptors minus 2.5 against the Magic. Looking at the advanced stats here, I just see the net rating, a huge edge here for the Raptors in that one against the Orlando Magic. All right, that'll do it for another edition of the Drive-Thru, guys. Tune in Monday. We're here Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, giving you live free sports picks from the primetime games. And don't forget, it all gets started every day, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time with the morning show. Rod, Mitch, Brian Bilbao on the weekends, Ron Romanelli, huge cards from baseball, NBA, some hockey as well. So tune in this weekend to the morning show every day this weekend, Saturday, Sunday at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Ron Romanelli will join them there. All right, let's take a look at the group for tonight. Have yourself a great night, and we'll talk with you guys until Monday.